Still don't know where her babies are, if she's got any. She had them, I believe she had them on the 2nd of April. So it's been 9 days. If she's nursing babies, I really can't tell. She don't, I can't, if she's got babies someplace, I can't find them. I looked everywhere. She's got them hidden somewhere. Or she don't have them, or she lost them somehow. I know she had them because her belly disappeared on the 2nd of April. I'll just wait and see if they show up later on. I'm using the tractor for 2 purposes. One, I want to, before I start that concrete work on Monday, which I'm going to buy some quickcrete and lumber for the bridge concrete work, I'm going to move those old lawnmowers out to the big pasture. Yeah, with all the other old equipment I've got out there. And I'm going to try to use a chain to lift those 2 big ones. And I'm just going to carry them out there with that, if it'll hold it. If I can pick them up with that. It picks up a bale, so I'm thinking to pick up a riding lawnmower. The other metal stuff, the old push mowers, I'll carry them out with the truck. Yeah, but for now, I'm going to take the tractor and try to take one out there. If I can lift it up, I'm going to get a chain underneath it somehow. And then I got to try to balance it on there. Yeah, as I carry it. And I won't be going a long way up to the top. I'll be taking the regular road up to the top that I haven't driven on for a while. And on the way back, I'm gonna bring a bale with me for the two cattle in the barn. And on my second trip for the second lawnmower, riding mower, I'm gonna bring another bale as a spare, and I'll put that in the barn. Okay, let's see what I can do today. I'm getting an earlier start today. I don't know why, I just am. Being overly friendly today. Why is that? Huh? You gonna bring your babies up if you got them? You got babies somewhere? How come you don't show them to me? Yeah, there was another cat up there this morning. I didn't get a record of it, but there was another cat around here. Maybe she's in heat again. Anyway. Let's get this day started. Shadow's still long on this side today. Come on, up. There you go. You like to climb on my truck, don't you? Making footprints on everything. Oh, shit, that didn't last long. Okay. Yeah, shadow's still long. It's only, let's see, it was 7. It's around 7:30, I guess. Well, let's get a few things done before I go start the tractor up. That looks like it makes for a better picture in the morning, or without that jump there. This gate now first, and then I gotta unhook the hose, goes across that driveway down there by the gate. Just because when I come back, I've got to take a bale up to the barn. The 2 young bulls, they're up on that hill. It's chill in the air, but I got a jacket on it, so that helps. Okay, I gotta disconnect that hose that I sort of repaired yesterday. first trip out there, I'm going to take one lawnmower, riding mower. I'll come back, I'll bring back a bale. I'll just leave it up there until I finish taking the second riding mower out there. I'll bring back a second bale. One bale I'll feed to the cattle in the barn, and then the other bale I'll put in the barn for storage. Just to have an extra bale around. Mr. Cat always comes back for food. And the other cats come around too, which I don't mind. Well, so far, that young white bull, he hasn't jumped that fence over there that I fixed the other day. He was jumping over that fence, getting back into here a couple times. That's why I'm leaving the gates open here. Here, I'm leaving that one closed. But I guess I'll haul this bigger one out first. I'm gonna try to get something wrapped around the front end, the chain, because that's the heavy part, the motor. And then if I can get it balanced just right, once I get it on the bale spare, I'll try to tie the back end off to the bale spare to stabilize it so it don't drag. We'll see if I can even pick it up. Let's do that first. Well, I got it off the ground. That's the main thing. I don't know how that changed. I'm afraid if the front end drags, it'll drop down any farther than hit the ground. Well, at least it's up in the air. So I want to see if I can make it fly. Try to find the center of gravity to change that front end. I'm just going to work with it like that. See if I can get it up there. Let's see how it rides. Okay, I guess I can go out there. I don't have much clearance. Hopefully it won't slide any farther. I had a problem with these looking on stuff before I used it out. I had to get through those two bits. But it's up in the air. How far I can get. chain slipped a little bit, went down a little farther, but I think I can still make it. Yeah, they got grass and water on this side. Everything's dead here. Yeah, when I was crossing the bridge, it kind of lost, the chain slipped and it started dragging different on that front wheel. But the wheel's rolling a little bit, but it's digging in. It's digging in. You can see a little trail there where that front wheel is. Probably the rim. See how it's rolling and it's carrying, it's staying on my thing. So far, it's staying on. Only got a little bit way. I'm gonna go up this way now. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot easier and shorter. Real road, so that helps. It's still digging in. Leaving a little furrow, but that's okay. I think this is the heaviest one. I'm almost there. One more gate to open. That's another reason I wanted to up the cows and the creek. I don't want to have to open the big one. Left a little mark, that front wheel, but that's okay, it didn't hurt nothing. It's gouging a little bit there. Yeah, as long as it's staying on, only got a little ways to go. Keep going. unchain that thing. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna get one bale out, take home. Well, actually, I'm gonna take 2 bales out, take home. Put them over there somewhere, I guess. And I'm gonna feed 1 bale over there. Well, just one, because they still had some hay left, and they got grass to eat. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll take 1 bale back with me. I'll have another one set out to take back on the next trip. Instead of going back empty handed. Anyway, let's unload this first and chain it. Get out of here. The next one I can drive in there, drop it, and then drive around to get out the same way. This one's out there. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Okay, that's the one. That road today. Yeah, I had pretty smooth, and then I messed it up and I drove up wet. Corral. Renovated corral. See, now I can leave the gates open since I locked the cattle on the other side of that creek. I do the same thing when we haul bales to the hay field up here. I can lock them in there, keep them out of our way. Fertilizer truck. Either lime or fertilizer. That's a big one. Spreader, they spread the fertilizer. Yeah, they're really, I think some people have already planted. Yeah, just stay over there, girls, boys. young bulls are down there, Whitey and Red. I guess Whitey's not interested in any cows today. One cow's up there by the barn. Probably both of them are, because I don't see them down there anywhere. I just see one up there. I got the other one hooked up. There's still some usable parts on there, like those headlights and other stuff. But I don't need it, so I'll haul it out. If I could find somebody to take them off my hands, take them to a junkyard or something, along with those 3 cars. I got the titles for those 3 cars, but I don't know if I got all the keys. I can't get into 2 of them. Anyway, that's the way it is. Anyway, I'm ready to haul this one out there now and bring a bale back. Buzzard was close. There's some dead animals over there. I can smell them. I know you're there somewhere. There you are. He's looking for dead animals down there. I can smell them. There's a couple more. Yeah, I can smell them. Anyway, let's get back to this thing. Okay, it's all hooked up. I think I hooked it up a little bit better than the last one. Of course, I don't have as big of a pin there. I hope that don't slip off. Yeah, I hope it don't slip off. We'll see if it balances it better than the other one. Yeah, I couldn't find the hole for the bolt hitch down there. It's so small. I had to use a small bolt. Hope it don't bend. And let the chain comes off, the whole thing will drop. Anyway, let's haul it out there. There's one of the cows up there on top. Okay, after this one I'll be hauling the small stuff out with the truck. All this metal and stuff, and 2 lawnmowers, push mowers. I got some of the what do you call it? I think that was siding off the shed. Yeah, a corner thing. And then that's some kind of a flashing off for a roof. I'm debating whether I want to take the wheelbarrow out. I could probably still fix it. I could with the bolts and new handles. I got the tire and everything I need. I think I'll leave that up here. And all the other scrap metal I'm going to take back. Take out to the dump with the truck. Pretty sure this was our first riding lawnmower. Yeah. After we moved in here. Yeah, we had a couple push mowers, but that was too much work. So I think this was brand new when we bought it. It had to have been in the 80s, late 80s, I'd say. Yeah, the other one was a little bit newer because we bought that at an auction though. It didn't last long. Anyway, let's get it out there where I get it out of my way here. I tried to figure out the center of gravity. The engine's the heaviest. Compared to, but the other one slipped because I got this one wrapped around there, so the chain can't slide. The fork or spear can't slide up like the other one did. So maybe that'll keep it more in the position I want. Let's start the tractor again. Yeah. Place is looking nice now, or nicer, with all the cleanup that I was doing over here. And I trimmed that tree and the ones in the yard. Yeah. Still got a mess on that side to clean up, but that's not very much there. Mostly plastic jugs and bottles and stuff. Huh, there's a whiff of dead coming up from there. Yeah, probably that last raccoon I killed. I think the vultures have already been eating on it, but not when I'm around. Okay, let's start this tractor and make another trip out there. I won't record this trip because I already recorded the last one. I might record coming back though. Let's see how this one works. Oh, the chain came off. Yep, right again. Okay, now let's see what happens. It's coming off again. What happened? Where did that slack come from? I thought I had that figured out. Let me redo that. Well, my front end's still going to be lower than the back because just the way it's working out. But if it rides, as long as it rides out there, it's the same as the other one did, or better. Okay, let's try this again. I lost track of the white bull. The red bull came up to eat the hay, so I'd say the white bull went up there with the other cattle, up by the barn. Okay, I'm going to start the tractor again. Oh, there he is. He must have been behind that tree. There's the white bull. Yeah, at least he didn't jump over that fence anymore. So that's good. And they're not acting funny like something's chasing them anymore. I don't know what was going on in a few days. They were both acting weird. Anyway, looks like they're normal now. Okay, third time's the charm, I guess. Let's see what happens now. That lifted better than the other one. Higher up the ground. That's it, it's out there. Hope it holds. Okay. I'll reach out. I changed my mind. Recording while I'm driving. There's something moved. Let's go down here. Locked in. No stopping on this run. All the gates are open. So that's good. Others go down. in a dead tree. Come out there again. There's the first one to haul out. I'm going to drive in, drop it off, and then we'll drive out that way. truck out with the rest of that other lawnmowers. So I'll just leave all the gates open. Yeah, I'm going to come back with a truck loaded with scrap metal. Mulberry. Well, looks like they drank out of 3 tubs. One of them's still full. Well, a few things I got to do here before I got to put a bale in there. So before I can do that, I got to feed those 2 in the barn, and then I got to lock them in that little small pen here, so I can put the bale in. Let's do that first. Yeah, one bale I'm going to feed to them inside that pen, and then the other one's going to go in the barn with the other 2. I got the hard part done. I got those 2 riding lawnmowers, the heavy ones, out there, and I got the 2 bales here. So that's the hard part. Well, they only drank a little bit out of them 2, and that one still pretty full. The first thing I got to do before I can give them corn is I got to tie a string onto the corner of that door. I've done this before. Because once they're in there eating, I'm not going in there with them. I'm going to have a string tied to that, and then I'll close it that way. That way they'll be locked in. But first, I got to get a string out there. So I got to get in there. Oh, for this hard part, I got to chase them out of here first. I put a string on that door. Can you record that? Oh. Thought I was recording it. Guess I didn't. Okay, let me tie the string on. That's why I got that eye bolt there. That way when I'm outside, on the other side there, I can just pull this door shut. Getting some of that hay here, so. But I'll give her a new bale. See, she still wants to fight. There's one of the cows over there, outside. They like to hang out here, keep these guys company. Yeah, she's still eating some of that hay, so they're still edible, some of it, but not much. So I'm going to put a bale right there, right about where she's standing, or on the other side of that post. I want to have it so they can walk around it. Get a good look. I'm going to raise the string up, because they might catch it with their horns. Okay, the door is ready and the string's ready. All I gotta do now is feed them corn. Okay, ready for the corn. I'll put a little extra today. Do I can do this one hand. I don't know. Let's see who wins. They're scored in both holes. Well, while they're fighting, I'm going to close that door. Oi! Oi! They took my string! Hey! Ah! Well, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work at all. She's afraid of it. She can't figure out where the corn is. I gotta get in and get that string again. Huh. They must have dragged it with their back. That didn't work out the way I planned. The string wrapped around his head. I got the string tied off so they can't drag it again. He drug it with his horns. She's afraid to go in now. I guess he was afraid of that string. Come on, girl. This ain't working out. Get in here. You want to horn? Corn's waiting for her. Ma! Ma! Stupid cow. Gotta get her attention. Just ain't cooperating. Now her butt's in the way. I can't close the door. I have to poke her with something. Let's see. I'll get it. Kept swinging the door, pulling the door as it touched her butt. She moved off. So now they're locked in. Now I can put a bale in here. So much extra effort I go through for these guys. They're too busy eating corn anyway. That bale goes in to the cattle. I'll cut the net wrap off out here. And then that one I'm just going to try to back it in there, just like that. I think I can do that much. I still have room to walk through here. Let's get it done. What I do is open this gate. This area's open and they're penned up in there. They're penned up in there, little pen. And I can back it in where I need it. Hope the manure's not too thick. So cut the net wrap off out here. I'll pick it up later. And then I'll put that bale in there. And then I'll pick that bale up, put it in there. And then I'll shut everything up and let them out. I can't see it too good, but right through there, a big truck went through. And on top of the trailer, he's got one of those drones, big drones for spraying in the fields, and he bottomed out in that creek crossing there, but he's at the top of the hill now. Yeah, he had a big drone on top of it. I didn't capture it as he went by my house. I didn't get my phone out quick enough. But yeah, he had a big drone, and on the bottom layer, on the trailer area, that was on the very top, a little platform, and then on the bottom he had a bunch of containers of water or fluid or something. Okay, back to this job. Okay, let's go put that bale inside for the cattle to eat. They're back down there. I didn't bring them a bale because they don't need it. I can work with that. I got room to get in. Get out. Why is she trying to get out? See, I guess she finished her corn. She can't get through there. Let's close it. Oh, before I close this gate, I want to hook that oiler up over there. She's trying to jump over that. I better close that big door. Not much of an oiler left, or rub, but it's something to rub on. Yeah, I can let them out now. They should be happy they got another bale. Look, she really wants to get out of there. She don't like it in there. Okay, I can let them out now. A new bale. Let's see how long that one lasts. They were still eating on the other one though. But it's all bedding now. Yeah, they're both getting restless in here. They don't want to get out too. It was only temporary, so I think they survived. However, my tire, as I was leaving, my tire screwed up. It rubbing against there, and it did something to that little hook there that hooks that channel on the bottom. It's too high now. I have to knock it down or something. I'll work on that some other time. I can still chain it. I bent my post up too. Yeah, got too close with it. Oh. The axle always does that because it sticks out too far. I'm thinking that when I bent this, when I hooked this, it pulled that up, and that must be connected to that bracket down there that's got that little hook on it for a guide for the bottom rail. I need to hammer it down, but I don't have a hammer with me. I'll do it some other time. I gotta let you out. Yeah, but I ain't gonna get in there with you. I'm gonna swing the door open. I'm over there. She's really restless. I'm gonna open the door for you. Get out of the way. Don't let it hit you. Come on, move, move, move. There we go. That's far enough. That's far enough. I should have hurried to get out of there. No, she's the one moving. And Bully's tearing it up. First thing. First thing he's got to do is tear it up just like a bull. This bale should last a little while. Hopefully till June when I get rid of him. Well, I won't get rid of him. I'm going to take him to the butcher and then he'll be freezer meat for me. I climbed up on this wagon. Get a better view. Yeah, that pen works out pretty good. No place to put them while I work in here. Yeah, I have to look back how long that other bale lasted. Yeah. I'll find out. I still got another month and a half or more. There's a cow there. Oh, I got some more stuff to haul out to the big pasture, so I better get going. 3 bales in here. I don't know why I'm putting it here. I just put them here to get them away from the cattle when they're when they're eating the grass in front of the house. I got that door to work better. I just hit that bracket on the bottom with a stick. Knocked it down a hair. It's dragging, but it's working. Okay, let's go get the other stuff hauled out there. And I gotta unload that chain too. Well, I could park the tractor now, so I can unload that chain anytime. But I gotta pick up my knit wrap first. Oh, this part's done. Just gotta haul some stuff out, some scrap metal out to the junk pile out in the big pasture with the truck, and I'll be done. Oh, I parked the tractor, but I took a break. And then I took a break for about an hour, a little bit more than an hour. Had to download some videos and just to get them out of my phone. It was getting full. Okay, now I gotta load up the truck with some the push mowers and some scrap metal. Like the cattle are standing in the shade. Oh yeah, the white bull and the two Highlanders, girls, and the little red bull is over there in those trees. Well, I'm ready to load up some of this stuff. I don't know if I want to take that wheelbarrow out there or not. I don't know. I'm debating. I probably never use it again. Yeah, I'll take it. If I need it, I'll just get it from out there. Yeah, I'll take it out there. Might as well. There's no room for it here. Or no need for it here, I mean. Yeah, I'm going to pick up all this stuff too. There's some scrap metal there, and some old tin. I'll leave the board. I might have a use for that board. And that lid there, I don't really need that lid. There's a, I think there's a, what do they call those pots? Canning pot? Yeah, that's a canning pot. What do they call that? That's ceramic. Is it ceramic? Yeah. What do they call those pots that they used in the olden days? They're ceramic coating on the outside, but they're metal, but they're ceramic coated. I thought there was a name for those. Anyway, where that lawnmower was, over here, there's some, I think there's a piece of metal in there too. I'll pick that up. Let's load the lawnmowers first. Yeah, there's a piece of metal there. Well, it's 1 p.m. right now. So let's get that stuff loaded. I should clean up a little chicken wire too. Used to go all the way across, but I tore some of it out. Yeah. But it keeps the cattle out of there, so you know, I could use that to house cattle if I wanted to instead of chickens. I don't raise chickens anymore. I'll work on that old chicken wire some other time. I gotta get that moved out and those loaded up. So let's do that. Start with them. Well, it's a nice day today. Nice and relaxing. Oh, I got something cleaned up. Got the old tin out of there. Got the lawnmowers out of there. And some other scrap metal. And I put it all in the truck. Yeah. All the gates are still open at the big pasture. So I got to get out there and dump this off. 2 lawnmowers, the old wheelbarrow, and some tin and other scrap metal. Yeah, I got the wheel braced on that one there, so I don't roll off. I could probably close the tailgate, but maybe I will. Let's see if I can do that. Close the tailgate now. Now there's no chance something will fall out. Okay, let's head out to the big pasture with the truck and dump off this scrap. Cattle are still locked in on this side of the creek. And there's only one shade tree, unless you count the ones in the creek. There you go. This is how we do it when we haul bales from the hayfield, sometime in June probably. Oh, yeah, I guess I gotta go. I could have straddled it, but I'll go to the right here. Missed that. I guess they're probably looking for some shade. Yeah, I think they're wanting to go across. But I'll do that when I come back and open that gate. There's not much shade, or any shade hardly. I'm not going this way. I could, but I'm not. Since I got this gate open at the top, I'm going this way. I could probably start using this again. I don't think the grass is going to grow any more than it is. Yeah, a little bit of grass. The grass I sowed, I don't think it even grew. This was already here. There's not much hay left. Hope I get 2 cuttings this year of hay. Okay. I guess I'm gonna dump this off in the other back way, where the rest of the dump is. Hi, squirrel. There's one of the lawnmowers I brought out this morning. And there's the other one. Yeah, I wish I could find somebody to haul these things off to a dump somewhere. I don't know which way to go here. Well, let's unload the small scrap metal first. I don't know if I've ever shown my dump. Well, it didn't start out as mine. When I bought the property, there was already a lot of trash cans and stuff, bottles, back in there. Yeah, lower down. Most of this stuff came out of the... Oh, that's my old water heater. Yeah. No, water pump. That's my old water pump. Yeah, I know where that one came from. But all this other stuff, this newer stuff. Oh, those are some old chicken coops. I think chicken coops. Those galvanized ones. Yeah, they might still be good. I don't know. Yeah. When I had chickens, I built some wood ones. Anyway, all this other stuff besides those, all this other stuff came out of the camper we had out here. I bought it somewhere down in Carbondale. Yeah, from I don't know who I bought it from. Somebody was selling it. Anyway, for a long time we had it up there. I don't know, was it before or after we had the corral? I can't remember. But somewhere over in there, we had it parked there. We were using it for, you know, just someplace to come to instead of work. Yeah, I don't know if we had the corral yet. I think we did. I think I had the corral. I don't know if we. I don't remember too much. But anyway, we had it, but then I didn't really need it. We didn't really need it. So I decided, and I needed a trailer to haul big bales. Yeah, I think we had it out here when we were doing square bales over there. Yeah, square bales on that hill. But anyway, over time we didn't really need it. So I tore off the top, the camper part, and I used the frame. I built that wood, that six bale, brown bale carrier I got there, parked by the road, by the driveway. Yeah, that's where all the refrigerator, I guess that's like an air conditioner, I'm not sure. That's the wood, that's the gas stove, that was a gas stove in there, and all the other stuff. That's a siding right there, a siding there. That's off from that old camper. Yeah. Bull's down there. He's waiting to come across again. Anyway, not much I can do with it. I thought about hiring somebody to dig a big hole like Dad. That's what Dad used to do on the south of the house in the trees there of the farmhouse. He would have a backhoe dig a big trench, then they'd fill it up with stuff, and then when that got full, he would have them dig another trench right next to it, and use that dirt to cover up the old pile of junk, trash, and then we'd fill up another one. Yeah, I remember him doing that. Anyway, I think that gas stove is still good. Somebody wanted to clean it up. But that had a hole in it. That's why I had to get a new water pump tank. Yeah. When I dump my canned stuff, I dump it. I put them further down. Yeah, you can see there's some of mine down there. I know it's not ecological. Yeah, but oh well. It was already here, so I'm just adding to it. Let's throw some of this stuff off. The small stuff. Put the wheelbarrow there in case I ever want to fix it up someday. I think the frame is still good for the legs. I just need new bolts and new handles. New handles, new legs, and I think I can get the wheel to fix the wheel. But I don't really need it. So, but if I ever want to fix it up, I can. It'll be right there. Cattle probably rub on it, move it. All the other stuff I just threw down in there. Except the lawnmowers. I'm going to move them somewhere else. I think I'll put the lawnmowers up close to where the other lawnmowers are. So I know where they're at. So in case somebody wants to haul them off, they don't have to come down to this dump area. I think I'll put the newer lawnmower next to that one. The push mower, and I'll put the older one in front of that one on this side of that one, just to keep them in the same place. And here's one of my, I think that was my oldest box for hay. I need to get rid of that someday. And those two things there, those are some posts I made for like an oiler, a cattle rub. I had it at the farm, and I moved my cattle. I moved it here, but I didn't really need it. But if I ever wanted it, it'll still work. I just put them in the ground. This end goes in the ground, ready for another order somewhere. Yeah, pick that end up that was down in the ground before it rots. I can still use them if I wanted to. Look at it. Purple wild lilac. Oh, it smells so good. Wild lilac all through there, down there. These here are May apples. They have a single flower on them. If we call them May apples because they bloom in May. Yeah, and they have a little bitty seed thing under that one. They got one leaf and one little flower. Anyway, let's go back to the lawnmowers. This one is going to go right there. One down, other one's back there. I'm just going to carry it over there, right there in front of it. That'll do. There's an old Ford hay rake. Bought it from a neighbor. Oh, I used to rake, before I had cattle in here, I used to make hay down in the bottom here, just grass. But it was always too wet. And then this thing never did work good. The hay would just go over the top. The rake didn't work very good. I think there was something missing off of it. And there's a couple cows down there. Other cattle are waiting to come through the gate again. Yeah, one of these limbs, I think that limb there, broke off up there and landed on the car. I'm going to have to, I got tired of looking at it on the car. I'm going to throw it over the side if I can lift it off. Up and over. Yeah, it looks like it's heavy, but I'm going to give it a try. Didn't lift it over, but I got the big end to fall off on this side. That's good enough. I can't seem to roll it over either. The cattle have a new cattle rub. I can scratch their back on that thing. Maybe. I think it broke the windshield. I think I can see the windshield busted. It's just scrap metal now anyway. I think that's the one I can't open up. I can't open that one. If I had a key, I can't find it. I'm sure I had a key. And I don't think I can open that one either. That one was up by the house. It's newer. One of the windows got busted out though. The cattle must have done that in the back. And then that's the newer one. The rear end is got all rusted up. That's why we had to buy a new Festiva. No, Fiesta. Those are Fiesta. Let's see. I think that's a 78 Fiesta. I think that's a 79 or 80. I think it's 79 Fiesta. That's a Festiva, 89 Festiva. And the one I bought 2016 was a Fiesta, another Fiesta again. They came back. I only had it, I sold it in 2023. And it was, I think it was like 8 years old. 23, but 16, 7 or 8 years old. And I got half of what I paid for it because it was new. I used that 2016 for work till I retired, and then I kept it, but after my wife passed away, I didn't need it. I kept it for 3 years after my wife passed away, and I was paying insurance, registration, all that stuff, and I didn't really need it, so I sold it. I don't miss it too much. I got my truck and my SUV. Anyway, I'm done here. There's some of the cattle down there. Calves are there. A few cows scattered around. I think there's a couple over there. The bull. I don't know if if that's the bull over there. That might be, I think that's the bull and the older cow, the oldest cow. So I guess I'll go down and open the gate for him. Yeah. They were good cars while we had them, till they broke down. And it wasn't worth it to trade them in. It wouldn't get nothing. Probably should have, just to get rid of them. But I didn't think of it that way. Let's leave these out here. Better here than up by the house. Okay, headed home. That's all the hay I got left. Around 20 bales, a little bit more. There's the corral I've been fixing up. There's a few cattle out there. Okay, I gotta close the gates after I go through. Oh, there's a mail carrier. Guess I'll check mail on the way when I get home. I'm gonna close this gate, or should I open it for them and close it for me? Okay, everything's back to normal now. Gate on top is closed. Gate down here at the bottom. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to leave this gate open since the other gate's closed. Much wind today. Okay, the gates are open, but they don't even care. They're comfortable out here eating grass, aren't they? Yeah. These two are elms. I don't know, is this one dead? I can't tell. No, I think there's leaves on it. No, maybe not. I guess I'll wait and see. There might be some leaves on it. Not as much as that one, though. Well, if it's dead, it's dead. There's nothing I can do about it. This willow, I don't know if this willow's alive either. Thorn trees are alive. I need to cut them out. Yeah, that's what I need to cut down. Anyway, everybody's doing okay. They got a hay bale on top too if they want to eat on that. Plus the old hay from last Sunday. Yeah, I fed them last Sunday, and today's Saturday, so it's 6 days ago. 2 bales, and now today was 1 bale because they still had plenty left up there. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, Monday I'm going to go to Lowe's and buy some 20 bags of Quickcrete and some 2x4 by 10s. I think 4 of them. Oh no, 4, 5, 6. I need 2 on each side because I'm gonna tie them together in the middle where they have a curve, you know, because the one on the concrete will kind of be flat, and then the one going up the hill will be curved. So there's going to be a joint in the middle. Yeah. And then yeah, the ones on the sand are going to be easy to stop down. The ones on the concrete here, I got to figure out what I'm going to do to hold it. I'll think of something. I'll think of something. Anyway, let's keep going. I got one more gate I'll go through and close. A lot of dandelions out here. They're eating it down as fast as it'll grow. The grass, that is. Well, they're content. When they get tired of the grass, they'll go up top and eat some hay. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, gate's closed. Cattle are grazing away. He's following this cow. He likes to follow this old cow around. Either she's not getting bred or he just likes her company. They just like to be together. I'm not sure. I would think she would have got bred by now since 3 months. She had her calf January 15, February, March, April. Yeah, 3 months already. She should have been bred by now. But I guess he likes to be with her, I guess. I never see her try to breed her. He just likes to be with her. Okay, I'm done then. What I wanted to do. I wanted to clear out that old lawnmowers down there before I start that concrete work on the bridge. Yeah, I could probably mow this ditch here. I do that every year during the summer. I'll wait till it gets a little bigger. I feel like breaking out that lawnmower just for that. I don't need to mow nothing around the house. The cattle are doing that for me. Too bad I can't fence this in and let the cattle eat it temporarily. You know what I mean? Get a fence along the road. I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, too big of a chance of them getting out. Anyway, I'm done down here today. Where'd the rest of them go? There they are. There she is. The bull and the cow. Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go home. Away we go. I got everything put back the way it was. I think. I'll close that gate there, just in case somebody decides to jump a fence. Okay, I'm done. The mail first. My niece came by on the ATV. She lives down there with my sister. She had her dog with her. Yeah, wouldn't hurt to mow my grass here too. Can't get the cows to eat this. I didn't open it up yet, but I think I got my AAA insurance bill for April to October, 6 months. I think it's somewhere around $500, a little less. 400 something anyway. For just 2 vehicles. I don't know. Better than it was for 3. 3 it was even higher. Yeah. I think I've been with AAA since I turned 25. Yeah. I think it's, or maybe it was before. Yeah, that's when I got my own insurance. Before that, I think I was on my parents' insurance because I was driving their vehicles. But when I got my own vehicles, I think my first vehicle was a Volkswagen, a '64 blue Volkswagen. And if I remember right, yeah, I still had it when my wife came, and she drove it for a while. But then it started to have problems, so I traded it in. And that's when I bought that. I think it was a used Fiesta one, the red one that's out there. Yeah, the red one, the old red one, not the newer red one. The Fiesta. Yeah, and then I think I paid $400. My uncle helped me buy it. He went with me because he knows all about Volkswagens, and it was okay when we bought it, but then over time I didn't take care of it very good. I think one of the spark plugs was seized, and other things. I don't think the heater worked for winter. Anyway, I traded in. I got $600 for the trade-in. I got more than I paid for it. So that was pretty good. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough about the old stuff. What made me think of that? Anyway, there's the cattle down there. The other 2 are down here. And this is what I cleaned up today. Took the 2 riding mowers, took them away. No, that wasn't from the riding mower. That was from when I burnt some fiberglass with all this clippings I got out, trimmings I got off these trees here. Oh, this part anyway. Not that part there I burnt over there. Yeah. Anyway, that's where that. And I had burnt some fiberglass. Yeah, I need to pick it up or bury it or something. Anyway, got the tin picked up. I need to clean this old chicken wire stuff out of there. But before I do that, I got to find something to cover it up for the cattle. But I got my sister in there, so I don't want them going in there. I used to raise chickens here and in there. Yeah. Oh well. I left that thing in case I ever want to make a picnic table. I got the legs and the frame for it. That's my old the teeth thing there. That's the old clothesline that was over here, but it rotted off. I used to have one over there, with the other arm broke off. I just left that one. Helps me climb up onto the roof whenever I need to. I also need to do something about that corner of the gutter. Whenever the cattle here at night, I can hear them rubbing on that thing. They're scratching their neck on that metal gutter. I gotta make them stop that. I gotta put a rubber on there or something that, hey, wasp, landed right on my finger. There he is, red one too. I don't think he was attacking me. He was just curious about something. Anyway, I'm going to close this gate and be done. I really need to close this gate, but in case that bull decides to jump that fence again, like it did before, At least this will be a stop for them. It got a little warm today. Overcast, a few clouds, but not too many. Mostly sunny. I need to put that chain in the bucket, but I'll do it later. There's no hurry. Getting warm. A lot of carpenter bees out here on this side. I didn't smoke these like I did yesterday. I don't think that did any good, smoking with orange peel, but I had to try it. I boiled some of the orange peels. I got some liquid. I'm going to try that up here. Yeah. Instead of the permethrin. I'm going to see if that orange peel juice, orange peel liquid mixed with water. I boiled it down. Let's see if that'll work to repel these bees, carpenter bees. 70 degrees or 71 at around 2:40 p.m. Everything's back to normal now. Got the hay baled in the barn for the cattle, or for those two. I gave them some corn this morning too, so I can isolate them in the small pen while I was feeding the bale. And then I hauled the two riding mowers and the two push mowers and all the scrap metal up to the dump, big pasture. That's all I planned to do today, and it's done. I thought I got the I thought I had no AAA insurance, but I didn't. However, I did get a new credit card because my other one expired. My credit card expires in May, so I got a new one for that. I got to activate it yet. There's 3 ways. I can call a number. That's what I used to do. And there's a what do you call it? QR code I could scan, but I don't like to do those. I don't like to scan those. But there's a website I can do it at. I'll do the website. That works better for me. Because I also got a new notice from one of my, I think it was the Medicare prescription drug plan that I got. That's automatic, and they sent me a notice that my credit card is expiring in May to make sure I update it. So they can charge me what the monthly bill is. Yeah, a little warm today, but not too bad. Helping the grass grow. Yeah. All cleaned up here, and a little bit more cleaner out in there. I gotta watch that there. I found some metal in there after I moved that more. I gotta make sure there's no nails in there. Okay. I don't think I gotta give water to the two out there. Yeah, those tubs were pretty full. I just ordered them last night. I remind myself when I go shopping for the Quikrete and the lumber for my concrete work at the bridge, I need to buy some connectors, some splicing connectors. I need at least 3. I'll probably buy 4 because I'm sure there's more than one break. Yeah, I got 3 breaks now that's wrapped with rubber, so I need to fix those. Gotta keep that hose going. I got a new one somewhere, but I don't want to use it yet. As soon as I come outside, up we go. You gonna show me your babies one of these days, if you have any? What you looking at? Mm-hmm. She acts like she's got a. It feels like she has an udder that kittens are sucking on, nursing on. So I don't know if she's got them or not. She does. She's got them hidden pretty good. I'll believe it when I see them. It's getting close to 7 p.m. About 6:55. I don't think there's going to be much of a sunset. Sunsets are 7:20, 7:25, something like that. Another 20 minutes or so, or a half hour. I just checked my credit card. I got a new credit card, so I activated it. That expires in 2031. So I'm going to use that. So since and I checked my credit card statement, it's already been, a new statement has been made. So I'm starting a new statement now. Oh, look at a couple. I think those are swallows. I think those are swallows there. They're going to build a nest under my carport. They do every year. Usually right above the tractor, making a mess. But I like it because I wish they would eat these carpenter bees, but they don't. They eat the small bugs like mosquitoes and things, flies. Anyway, since I'm starting a new statement, normally it doesn't start until the 13th, but for some reason they made a new statement already. So I can tomorrow Sunday I don't have to wait till Monday. I can go shopping on for Quikrete and lumber tomorrow in Lowe's. So maybe that's what I'll do. I think before I go there, maybe since I'm going to be close to Walmart, maybe I'll stop in Walmart and pick up a few things. I don't need much. I've been craving some more of those little smokies. Look at these bees. I didn't spray my orange peel liquid that I cooked the other day. I think those are both males. I could be wrong, but that's what they look like. They're fighting with each other. Yeah, I'll go shopping tomorrow. Yeah, go to Walmart first, get a few things. Not a whole lot. Hopefully not, because I got a truck. I can't carry too much in a truck. Then Lowe's is right across the street, so I can go to Lowe's on the way. After that, and then I come home, get the things I need. I need some 20 sacks of quick. Hopefully, I'm going to try to get them to put it on. It's already on a pallet. I just have to have them get a pallet that has 20. Yeah, and then those things are heavy. Then I can just load the pallet onto the truck, and then I'll get some lumber, 2 by 4x10s treated. Yeah, and some smooth nails or finishing nails. No, I'm not going to use ring nails because it's too hard to get them out when I take the forms apart, because I got to reuse the forms for the other track after I finish the one I'm going to work on. Okay, that's going to give me something to do tomorrow. Spend money. Spend more money. I figure everything will cost me about $200, maybe more. depending on how much I buy. I'm just talking about Lowe's. I'm not sure how much I'm going to spend in Walmart. But whatever it is, I'll eat it. You still here? Go find your babies and show me where they're at if you got them. There's the two bulls, and there's one cow. There's the other cow, and the third cow is over in the barn with the other bull. Keep her away from him because she pushes him around, and then she interferes with his breeding attempts. So she was in heat the other day for a couple of days. Yeah, there's a chance that he was able to breed her. So if she comes into heat, I'll be surprised because she's been a heifer. She's a heifer and she's old, a little bit younger than the old mama cow. I don't even remember how many calves she had, but she's had a few before I lost my Highland bull. And then I took the three girls, three Highlanders, her and the other one. The other one was a heifer. It wasn't last year. It was 2024. I took them all out, those three out to the big pasture to be bred by the big bull. And the heifer that's in the barn, she was a heifer. She had a calf in 2025, like in January or February, but it was cold and wet and rainy, and she lost the calf. But I think it was a stillborn calf. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, cooling off now. I can feel it. It looks like there's like some clouds over that way to the north. There's the sun going down over there. There's some blackbirds around the bull and just around the bull. He's stirring up bugs. Yeah, there's some blackbirds around him. Okay. In 3 weeks, if she's not bred, she'll come back in the heat around April 30th or the first week of May. So I'll be watching her. Oh, see, he's following them. He's following the rest, and the birds follow the cat. The birds follow him. Oh, they're all together now in one shot. Okay. Little old cattle. Yeah, when that bull that's in the barn gets taken away to be processed in June, I want to try to feed that red one more corn, or just corn. Yeah, I think he barely got a taste of it when I first brought the white one and ham up here this spring. Yeah, I think he was hogging all the corn, but I think he got a taste of it. But he never got very much. I want to get him to grow a little bit faster, because eventually I want him to take over as the bull here for the Highlanders. Because if anything happens to my big bull, gets too old or whatever, he's going to take his place out there in the big pasture. That's my plan. Hello, cat. What you doing? Yeah, I'm doubting whether she's got the kittens. If she's got them hidden pretty good. They're at least around 9 days old today, if they were born on the 2nd. So they ought to have their eyes open, and they should be meowing if there's, like when she's not with them. But she doesn't come back to the back porch anymore like she used to at night. So there's a chance that she's got her kitten somewhere. But I haven't seen them. or hurt them. Anyway, I'm about done for tonight, or today. I noticed my videos have been getting too long lately. Last couple of them were 2 hours. This one's going to be at least an hour and 45. I'm not going to wait around for the sunset. How about you, cat? Yeah. Oh, don't do that. You ruined my shot. It's nice to see that he stays with this guy. I think she's not in heat anymore, but he stays with her anyway. It's good that they get along now. Sun's already behind the cloud somewhere. I think it's behind this cloud there. Yeah, because it was up above it. Now I think it's right in there. I hear a tractor down there somewhere. Big one. Guess they're doing some farming. Oh, I think he's right there in that field. On the left, field on top of the hill. Yeah, I can see a tractor. Yeah, there's a tractor. Oh, he's pulling out. He's doing something. I don't know if that was a planter. That kind of looked like a planter. Yeah, it's that time of year. I've seen a few fields planted on the way to town. This is the season to plant corn. Okay, that's all I got for today then. I'm gonna call it a day and be done. Yeah, I'm gonna be buying stuff tomorrow at Walmart and Lowe's. One last look at these two. A bunch of birds just flew away as I walked up. Yeah, he's keeping close to her, just in case. That's it. Eat them weeds and grass and whatever else you got there. I'm not sure where the sun is. I think maybe it's in that first crack below that crowd. Maybe I thought it was down there, but I think it was behind there. Now it's starting to come out, so I might see it yet. Different. Oh, I can't bend down that far anymore. Yeah. What do you want? Stop rubbing me. Get in the picture if you want. Nope. I think the sun's trying to break out from between those clouds. I could be wrong. I'm not sure which cloud is behind. Let me check the time. Just about 7:15. Now the sun's behind that darker cloud, that lower one. Yeah. I think I saw it above as it was slipping down behind it, but now it's covered more. by that darker cloud. It'll come out again as it gets to the tree line, but I don't think I want to wait for it. Let's end this video. It's already too long. Uh-oh, cat came in. I gotta get her out. I can't see the sunset in my phone. I guess the window takes it out. It blurs it or something. Up to the window, I can see it. Now the sun's coming out below the cloud. So I'm gonna wait for it. Should be below that cloud pretty soon. There's the sunset through the tinted plastic window inside the gazebo. It doesn't have a roof. Look cool. Okay, now I'm on my front porch. Yeah, it's pretty calm. I should have sprayed the cattle for flies. Those wolves, but oh well, I'll pick another day. Could have sprayed those. That orange peel solution I made. Boiled the orange peels. I need to put it in the sprayer and spray for carpenter bees, see if that deters them. Okay. There's still clouds blocking the sun. They're thin clouds, but they're still blocking it. There's no wind to speak of, or not much of a wind. I can get a good reflection on the water. The roundness of the sun now, as it goes down behind those trees. The cat disappeared. I wonder where she went. Maybe if she's with her babies, she don't show me where they're at. I'm kind of doubting whether she's got babies or not. I know she had them, but I think something ate them. That's what I'm going by. Yeah, those are swallows on the power line. Up there. Pair of swallows. Barn swallows, I guess you call them. Yeah, the sun's going down behind the trees now. But, so that's it. That's it for me. For today. I'll be back tomorrow. It's about 7:25. I think the sun's down.